There are two sets of words in life that most people hate saying. I'm sorry, and I love you. But what the third set that many people might not know about are not only hard to say, but hard to hear. I have cancer. Luckily, with places like the American Cancer Society, those three words could become less and less scary to hear in the world. My mom was diagnosed with cancer of the lymph nodes, also known as lymphoma, in January of this past year. Her experiences in treating and dealing with the disease have been extremely tough, but with places like the American Cancer Society, I know that there's hope. Almost all of you agree that cancer is a scary word, and that you know at least one person diagnosed with cancer, but the American Cancer Society is here to help. According to Medline Plus, last updated August 2nd, 2008, cancer is when the cells of the body are not able to be controlled and the division of these cells is too fast. Cancer can form in almost any organ or tissues within the body. I believe that the American Cancer Society has to be supported to help prevent, treat, and cure cancer, a disease that is impacted or will impact everyone's life in one way or another. The American Cancer Society was formed to fit the needs of those diagnosed with cancer, but in order for them to continue their missions, we need to donate money to help support their programs. Many of us are not informed of how to prevent the disease or how our lifestyle puts us at risk for getting cancer, but in this case, ignorance is definitely not bliss. According to the American Cancer Society website accessed July 5th, 2010, most people don't associate exercise with cancer prevention at all. Other people don't even associate small things like a table of artificial sweeteners for your tea or things like that with cancer. Also, people don't even know how big genetics plays in the role of developing cancer. Personally, my great-grandfather died of leukemia a long time ago. Lymphoma and leukemia are related, but I didn't think that the two, would have anything to do with each other whenever my mom was diagnosed. But it very well might have happened that genetics did play a part in my mom's diagnosis. If knowing family history, it can give you a definite knowledge to take action. For example, if you are diagnosed with breast cancer, your doctors might ask you to get mammograms more often in a year than a normal person. They might even offer some things such as like a preventative mastectomy, which would be the removal of one or both breasts in order to prevent the risk of ever developing breast cancer. New patients don't know the definition of their type of cancer. My mom, whenever she's diagnosed with lymphoma, she didn't really know what that cancer entailed, and so, like everyone else, she went to the internet, and the American Cancer Society website really helped out. The local chapter also provides tons of information. Many patients don't know what treatments are like and how it will affect their bodies. My old babysitter was diagnosed with lung cancer in 2005, and she had no idea what treatments were, going to be used for her. Whenever she got those treatments, she had no idea what the side effects were going to be until she actually got it. And I really wish and hope that she had gotten more information before going through with it. Also, people need confidence in a community to rely on during remission. After a personal interview with Carol Hipp, who is my mother and a cancer survivor, I learned that a lot of women feel self-conscious with dealing with hair loss or, with breast loss after having breast cancer surgery. Also, patients just need a sense of community and just a sense of relativity with other people, like just someone who they can, tell their exact story with and they'll know exactly what they're talking about. There definitely needs to be new ways to continue to fight cancer and new ways to get rid of it. Researchers need to find more ways to prevent it from forming and risks for getting it. Many of you said that you might not want to donate to the American Cancer Society because you don't know anybody with cancer, but in your lifetime, you will statistically be affected in some shape or form. Now that you know how big the problem of cancer is, let's move on to see how this addresses being need, and how the American Cancer Society is addressing this need. The American Cancer Society provides facts and figures to inform people how at risk and how to prevent developing cancer. As a direct quote from the American Cancer Society website, for breast and prostate cancer, exercise may help regulate hormone levels. For colon cancer, physical activity speeds up the digestive process, shortening the exposure of the bowel lining to harmful substances. Exercise also helps reduce cancer risk by helping people maintain a healthy weight. Because of American Cancer Society research, they set the limit for aspartame, which was the artificial sweetener I was talking about, to 40 milligrams per person per day per kilogram of body weight to help prevent cancer risks. The American Cancer Society also provides genetic testing just in case you somehow don't know your family history or you just want to know more about what you're at risk for. The American Cancer Society provides resources and help for patients and families while going through treatments. They offer a free housing program called the Hope Lodge, which is provided in over 20 states, and it just provides free housing for patients who don't have the money to afford a hotel room. They also provide free rides for patients to their treatments in a program called Roads to Recovery. They also produce a catalog every month, I believe, called TLC for women who have suffered from hair loss from treatment, and they also provide breast forms for women who have gone through breast cancer surgery. The American Cancer Society also provides funding for experiments and research towards the prevention and eventual cure of cancer. The American Cancer Society has conducted a lot of previous studies and is actually continuing to do one right now to figure out the further causes of cancer. One of the biggest things that the American Cancer Society does is called Relay for Life, and it's just whenever patients, supporters, caregivers, everyone can just come together and just celebrate, the cure for cancer and just celebrate cancer research and everything. And all the money donated in that night goes towards cancer research. Now let's examine how our community and nation will be impacted if this organization has the opportunity to continue its mission. From the American Cancer Society, people around the nation learn about the diseases and how to prevent it and how to treat it if it does appear. The American Cancer Society has helped save thousands of lives and continues to do so today. Now picture what our community and nation would be like if the ACS doesn't receive the monetary support to continue their mission. According to the National Cancer Institute website, accessed July 5th, 2010, about 40% of people will be diagnosed with cancer sometime in their life. This statistic might be startling, but it also reflects that the ACS will most likely affect each person in this room, either directly or indirectly through a loved one. Without the American Cancer Society, people wouldn't be informed of cancer and the risks that, are associated with it. They might develop the disease without knowing it, and they might have less of a chance of stopping it. In conclusion, you now know more of the needs of cancer patients in the United States, how the ACS benefits them, and how they can make a difference in your own life. You have in your power to put these solutions into action by committing to give monetary support to the ACS. By voting for the $72 to go to the ACS, you will have helped someone have a fighting second chance at life.